This scenario simulates an organization of a containerization and deployment processes of an application to AWS Fargate. To faithfully reproduce the on-premise context, all initial actions are performed on a local machine. The demo uses a simple Spring application as the working example. Let's locally run and look at the application to further compare it with the workflow results. Introducing the Fargate workflow. For better use, it has been divided onto two logical parts, a containerization and a deployment. The containerization workflow is used to generate a Dockerfile, which will be used next for the deployment. This step can be omitted in case you already have your own Dockerfile. The workflow analyzes your application structure, creates a Dockerfile following best practices, and validates that everything builds correctly. The other part is a deployment of the application to AWS Fargate. This step analyzes your application and generates Terraform configuration, identifies and configures all necessary application environment variables, builds and pushes your Docker image to ECR, deploys your application to AWS Fargate, verifies and fixes any configuration issues automatically. Before diving into the Fargate workflows, you will need a Unix-based machine or WSL with Terraform, Docker, and AWS CLI installed, and plugin and AWS integrations need to be set up on the EPAM AI Run platform. Let's execute the containerization workflow and check the results. For safety, building an image requires your manual confirmation. Now, let's move to the Fargate deployment. The workflow requires your careful review and manual confirmation on deployable resources. The generated Terraform configuration is stored under your project root in AI Run directory. At this point, you are encouraged to review and adjust the configuration. When it will suit you, continue the workflow. The workflow has finished. Let's see the outcome. Here we can see that it has successfully pushed an image to ECR and deployed the application to ECS with the Fargate launch type. The required database has also been created by the workflow. Let's pick up an application URL and check it working. As you can see, without manual enhancements, the workflow has created a working Docker image and deployed it to AWS.